let's get to the game at hand. We have a feature, ESPN2, second game of a doubleheader. SEC, a pair of SEC schools. Tennessee Volunteers, 17-6, 7-3 in the SEC play. They have arrived in Fayetteville by the time this hits the airwaves. They will already be there. They've left early, trying to make some adjustments and play different, better, competitive on the road, something they haven't done. They'll take on the Arkansas Razorbacks, 12-11 overall, 3-7 in SEC contests. Tip-off, 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 Desert Time, 6 Vegas time. Now, Tennessee's on the road for the second straight contest. It's a talented outfit for Tennessee. Head coach Rick Barnes has done a great job of recruiting to his historical standard, meaning athletic front court hybrids with an above-average wingspan. This form of personnel presents a versatile frame and a versatile option of what Rick Barnes wants to do on game night. He can play physical when needed. He can play fast, small, if it fits his game plan. He can go big, contrary to the opponents, by playing smaller and faster, going big, and doing both within the same 40 minutes of game action. So, but there's a problem with this Tennessee team. They have cohesive flaws. And those flaws they shine brightly when this team is on the road. They've done a poor job. The coaching staff and the players have done a really poor job of reading, adjusting, or focusing on what needs to change for the opponents, the backdrop, the shooting backdrop. They're a dichotomy between field goal percentage on the road against what they do at home. It's just incredible, and something's amiss because teams as talented. It's unusual that they have that kind of a dichotomy where they're that bad on the road and that good at home. It happens. Maybe it's one of those teams. I believe it is one of those teams because if they haven't made adjustments by now, this time of the season, they're not going to make them. Not to the degree they need to be a national championship contender, and that's what people believe Tennessee is. This is a nationally ranked team, top 25 team that has the talent, has the athletes. Do they have the skill set, the cohesion, the savvy? I don't think they do. This group's 12-1 at home, 5-5 away from Knoxville, from Thompson-Boling Arena. Barnes, again, has done a poor job helping this team adjust when they're. That's why they left early. They're already in Fayetteville. Maybe they'll perform better tonight. Maybe they won't. If I was a betting man, and I am, I'm betting that they don't. First and foremost, what happened to this Tennessee team last week at College Station at playing Texas A&M was embarrassing. I mean, they not only did they shoot poorly, but they were sloppy with the ball. They couldn't hold on to it. It was like the ball had grease, or it was wet, slippery, like they were handling a hot potato. They didn't want to touch it. They didn't want to hold it. They didn't want the ball in their hands. So it's one of those situations where now you go to Arkansas, a tough place to play, Bud Walton, in a town that they call it Vietnam for a reason. We won't get into that. But the upstart Gamecocks, they commanded Tennessee. They bent them to the will. They held the Volunteers to 31 points. At the first TV timeout, second stanza, 31 points. A good Kansas defense held Tennessee to 25 points in the second half. The Boilermakers, 26 points in the second half. All of the aforementioned, all results, losses. The Razorbacks have not had their best campaign. It's the least of the campaigns under head coach Eric Musselman, the former NBA bench boss. Typically does a great job with the portal, getting his teams ready to play. And I think they'll be ready to play. What they did in the last game, the win over Georgia, may not have seemed like much, a 78-75 final, but they followed Musselman's game and script, his first half script to the T, and they held a nice first half lead and were able to fight off any Georgia comebacks or any of those small runs they made to make it competitive. And Musselman's guys looked good. They looked better than any time I've seen them this season. I think that carries over into the home game tonight, and I think that they put Tennessee in a bad spot by causing chaos defensively, and they wire this team. They win by margin, Musselman and his guys probably aren't going to be part of the big dance. Not with the record they have, not unless there's a miracle and they win a bunch in a row. And Tennessee is going to be the same team they've been all season. Porous on the road and good at home. Tonight, Tennessee on the road loses to Arkansas. Thanks for stopping by.